welcome once again to Your Image, your public relations program on TV. Last week, we had a topic, building an environment for success. And I had with me Dr. Olusegun Adeleye, a copywriter, advocate for human capital development, and also an author. And we had to dovetail into the book talking about what to do to be successful. Dr. Adeleye, welcome back this week.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your great contribution last week.
My pleasure.
I also have the pleasure of having Mr. Adeola, Adebola, a public affairs analyst, and who is currently an assistant director in the Federal Character Commission. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for your insightful comments last week.
Thank you, sir.
And I believe our viewers will have gotten one or two things from there. This week, we want to conclude the topic, and because we still have other areas that we need to touch. I'm going to start with you.
Yes, sir.
How do we, people are focused, people have vision, and they really want to succeed, but they still find or lack in one area, identifying people who can be their model, who can tutor them, who can train them, who can help them to achieve that success. So what's your advice to people? How do they identify those people who can lead them to success?
Thank you very much, sir. It's just like in anything, in any field, any human endeavor, there are people that have gone before us. And for you to make your journey shorter, you have to stand on the shoulders of others. People have done the work. And I think one thing that we lack now in our society presently is that developmental mentorship. Somebody sees a young man trying to do something, and you carry them, they grow with you, and you show them the way. Because most of the time, if you have a good mentor, somebody you can look up to, it shortens your journey. Because of course you will not make the mistakes they have made. They have made it for you, and they now make your journey short, and they can point you in the right direction.
Good tutelage.
Tutelage.
Yeah.
Then, most of the time again, the young people do not manage that mentor-mentee relationship very well. Because at times, they see, okay, he's been successful, oh, you should give me some money now. But at times, he may not give you, but what he gives you is bigger than the money. Ideas. Look at those musicians of those days. They will tell you they followed a particular musician for years. They carried speakers, they carried drums, and over the time they learned things. And they became good in their art, they became good at they became better at their talent. Let's put it like that. So once you follow people, and I was somewhere and they were discussing, they said the drivers and the servants of the successful people of those days learned more than even the children of those old successful people.
Yeah, that's reality.
And they were more successful because, for example, the houseboy is following the cocoa merchant to where he's selling his cocoa. He's learning something. He's learning maybe skills, he's learning types of cocoa and all that. While the son is at home just spending money. Over the time, carrying the man's books, carrying the man's bag, he's picked up something. And if he applies that to his own business, he will grow faster. But the son that is just getting money is just staying at home. So we must never discountenance learning. We must learn. We must read.
Mentorship.
Mentorship. So that we learn from people. We watch them, we study them, and we grow. Most people all over the world that have been successful have picked up somebody and they watch them. I think there was something, I think it was Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada. There was a time they showed him where he shook, I think, an American president, and the seed was sown. I think Clinton was told, we were told that I think he met Kennedy at some point in his life, and the seed was sown. Some people now will meet our governor and the seed will be sown. Some people see the professor and the seed will be sown. So there must be something that challenges us, there must be something that drives us. And whenever as successful people, when those kind of people come to you, don't push them away. Sometimes a kind word, a kind action can help that person grow. So that mentorship relationship, we should never discountenance it, because it makes the journey to success a little bit shorter and a little bit better.
Yeah, you strike one chord when you mentioned the issue of the sons or children of a wealthy man or an industrialist staying back and then allowing maybe the messengers and some other workers in that company to gain insight into how they can be greater in life. What's your advice?
And let me give you another fun.
To the children.
To the children. Because there's something that says, if you train your children, you get to spoil your grandchildren. But if you spoil your children, you get to train your grandchildren. So as children, or as if you have children or as young people, let them learn. Let them see the value of hard work. If I have a company, let them come as apprentices. Let them start from the bottom up. If I have a farm where I grow maize, let them carry the maize, let them till it, let them know how it is done from the down up. So they learn skills, because everybody that was successful grew successful through some hard environment. But if they become soft, then they will lose almost everything we've worked for. So before we can transit from one generation to another generation, transiting success, that means they must have the discipline, they must have the character.
They know how.
They know how to maintain it. Because a lot of people, they now fall into the generation or the category that success is given to them. And if you don't have the discipline and the charisma and the character to maintain it, somebody's going to take it away from you. So they must learn to be patient enough to learn the thing from ground up and now grow with it.
They need to persevere.
And stick to it.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
that's very eloquent narration of what awaits the future of these our young ones. We've just listened to Adebola narrating those weak points that endanger our young ones. What about integrity? What do you want to say about integrity? Does that help us to succeed?
Yes, integrity is a very strong word. It's a concept that is very vital to success. And looking at integrity, simply put, integrity is who you are when no man sees you. That means that you just have to do the things in the right way. You have to do that thing, that's what's supposed to be done. Even when with less supervision, with nobody looking at you, you do the right thing at the right time. You don't compromise that standard. And integrity, every rich person, every successful person looks for somebody that has that integrity. You know, integrity preserves business. It sustains success too. You understand? So it's a very vital virtue that any person, whether older generation or the incoming one, must really embrace and really work after, should desire to have, because it's the only thing that one can have that can really sustain an establishment or a business. It's very, very vital.
If you say integrity sustains business, what about reputation?
Yeah, I think it goes hand in hand, because most of the time, whenever we're dealing with a business, we are buying or we are patronizing them based on their reputation. That means what we know about them, what they represent, what emotions do they bring out in us. So over the years, we must guard our reputation very jealously to keep, because a name that you've built up over 20, 30 years, one bad missed call, one bad judgment, and the whole thing goes down. There are several companies, there are several products that they were at the peak of their success. And one bad PR, and that is the end. So we must manage it, and I'm sure that is your field. PR, it matters what we see, because how will I put it? Perception at times beats truth. Truth is there, yes, but what do I perceive? What are you telling me? So we must guard that, and we must always send the right message. Because, for example, even if I'm maybe the best surgeon in the world, and I come with dreadlocks and tattoo all over my face, my patients will be like, wait a minute, am I safe in this guy's hands? Because the perception, he's not seeing me do surgery, but his perception with tattoo all over my face, this guy may, hope you understand. So we must guard that, and we must project the right image. And that comes in whatever we do. If you come to my establishment, then I should be probably neatly dressed. The environment should be neat enough. So that gives you the right perception, that gives you the right reputation, and that helps you to sustain your success and make it last for a long time.
And that also enhances one's image.
Definitely. And, it's very essential.
In a marketing, there's always one thing about a product. Said if you are rewarded, you have a repeat purchase.
Yes.
So if someone must have that reputation, and then the integrity to say, look, this is me, and the perception you talked about showcases that it is positive, then I think that's a long way in that person leading to a successful life. Well, thank you so much, Adebola, and I want to ask you, Dr. Adeleye, we are just talking about enabling environment, and we have not really touched about what government should do, what individuals should do, philanthropies and the like, what they should do. How do we also help in creating an enabling environment for success?
That's a very good question. Government has a lot to do in creating an enabling environment. How? Especially for the investors and for any person that have that desire to improve the system. Let me start this way. Not only governments can, in the system we are operating now, let me take for example, let me cite this story that we try to really narrate this. You see, sometimes ago, I finished in a secondary school that is somehow popular in the state, and over years, this is a secondary school that has produced leaders in this country, the president, and so on and so forth. When we were there, we knew that we experienced, but there's something that kept on, battling inside of us. This is a school that has produced big people in this country, and how can this school be looking like this? Then we started conceiving that. My classmates started conceiving that, and when we were doing our 35th year of leading the school, we had a plan, and we said, look, this is what we are going to do as per returning the glory, the academic excellence, the infrastructure back to that school. And we started and we giving back to this. So we did that one. We are all our set. We did that, and by the time we are delivering something, that one coincided with the 100 years anniversary when that school was established, and we are now marking our 48th anniversary. Let me tell you, we did everything right from the school gate down to the cemetery, down to the field. This now, we had to change the face of the school. Collectively, we were able to do this something. Initially, people thought that is unachievable, but alas, something that people are saying, how are they going to do it? It came to pass. That shows that aside from the fact that government creates an enabling environment by attracting the alumni to participate, which they call PPP, public-private partnership. We did that one, and we were able to achieve something. After doing the infrastructure development, we still went on to the academic something. Students were picked up, sponsored, and so many things like that. So there are many ways government can do that, can create an enabling environment like the one I cited.
Even organizations and
the organization and the alumni which are in the private sector, coming in to really assist. And even in governance, the investors are now coming in. If the government creates an enabling environment for the investors to invest in, very sound security network, when they are all in place, people will come in and all whatever they are now putting will be successful.
Thank you very much.
Take on that.
Mr. Adebola?
Yes, sir.
What's the difference? Contemporarily, when you look at Nigeria and the other climes, what difference can we see? What is impeding in our achieving success in Nigeria? While you may say success is objective or subjective, but from the look of things, how do you see the enabling environment in Nigeria compared with the other climes?
The enabling environment, because Nigerians, for example, we are very unique people. Everywhere we go, people see us as successful. Then you find out that why are they doing this here and they're not doing it at home? I think it's a concept or maybe a lack of belief in Nigeria and everything Nigerian. You go to a particular shop, you want to buy something, and they tell you, oh, this is made in somewhere else, and that's what we buy. How many of us will truthfully buy, when we are sick, will truthfully buy a drug made in Nigeria? Do we believe it that much? How many of us will
So what is the problem?
I think it's a perception thing. Okay. Where we got that from, as they say in the pidgin parlance, we don't know who do us like this. Where we got that from, I don't know. For us, because the average Briton will believe in his country, the average American will believe in his country. And probably, maybe that is where maybe the government or whoever has to do a lot to repair the image. So we believe in us. We believe that whatever we can do it ourselves. We can construct roads ourselves. We can construct railway lines ourselves. We can build anything ourselves. I believe we can. And even if we don't do it right, we do it again. If we don't do it right, we do it again. All those countries that got construction, engineering feats, they paid with the blood of a lot of people.
But the best engineers,
yes,
architects, all over the world, they say they are Nigerians.
They are Nigerians.
So why are they not back?
If they are back, does the environment allow them to thrive?
And that's why we are now asking, what should government do?
The government is you and me, is all of us.
Okay.
It's you can be in government tomorrow, I can be in government tomorrow. So anybody can be there. Nobody brought it from their homes. It's not hereditary. Anybody can be sure, but it's for that person or that group to have the mindset. Then even if they get there, we as a people would demand the best from them. How many times have you ever protested that, okay, you're constructing a road from town A to town B, and you're giving it to some Canadian company or some Australian company, some Chinese company. Why don't you give it to a Nigerian company? They can still do it. How many times has anybody ever protested? How many times have our legislators passed that kind of a law?
This is content...
Nigerian content development.
Content.
Yes, in the oil sector and other things. And they'll tell you, okay, if you're a company, you must have your Nigerianness, indigenization policy. But how many times has it been enforced? So when we start doing that, how many times have we enforced watching our football teams? Everybody wants to watch the Arsenal, the Manchester United. How many of people are watching the Gateway United? In the 80s, people go to watch stationary stores.
Even ICC.
The stadium will be full. Young boys that could not afford tickets will climb a tree to watch it. But now everybody is peeking behind some wood, watching some foreign league, and there's money there. If you have a full stadium here every Saturday, sir, 20,000 people. That means 20,000 pure water sachets, 20,000 puff-puff, 20,000 amala, 20,000 cokes. Some people just do that business on Saturday and money will keep coming in. But if they are doing a football match, if our governor maybe comes there, our senators, our political office holders, they are at the stadium watching the game, people will come.
How do we change this scenario?
It takes some radicalness, some stubborn belief in Nigerianness, some stubborn belief that we will make it work, and we stay here and we make it work. The Indians for years, they blocked their country from cars, and they kept repairing their old cars till they got it right. So it might be painful, but we have to do that. And once we do that, Nigeria, I so much believe in this country, that we will get it right, and every other person would rather want to come here than to go to any other country. We will definitely get it right, and we'll be successful.
Yeah, we are getting it right now, because even the Nigerian Institute of World Relations is taking the gauntlet, giving that enlightenment, education.
Yes.
And we can see the approach that the current Governing Council of the Nigerian Institute of World Relations, they are coming up with. It's such a visionary steps, going to the industries, creating enabling an environment, helping government to also nurture a lot of visions, a lot of policies,
Yes.
giving them the scope, and also helping collaborations between parastatals, government, organization, individuals, and the like. So, what I want to ask you, Dr. Adeleye, how can we, the NIPR has helped in also forming a youth club, PR youth club, where they are now passing that knowledge, experience, and then share, peer experience, and then peer experience sharing. So how do we galvanize our youth? That's my question.
You see, you have really made that point, because the step of even taking the youth now, trying to incorporate and integrating them into the system, will go a long way in shaping their future and knowing certain things, steps to take. And then, above all, I know NIPR has really gone a lot, and they are really showing, giving the nation the positive image, even outside the country. They are really trying. And for the incoming, since I've tried to really follow some of your activities, and I discovered that in some of our university polytechnics, of recent, just not last week, it has been in Mapoli, where some indigenous students were given scholarship. The NIPR.
No, it's a plan for October.
So, but I know you have been doing that, because you see, NIPR, and it discovered just early, late last year, this outfit marked 10 years of consistency, of continuous airing on the air, promoting the image of the country, NIPR, and something like that. That's a great success.
Thank you very much.
And now extending that into the youth, I'm telling you, it's just another additional car,
another milestone.
Aside from the fact that even in the civil service setting, I know how far the NIPR has gone, even in influencing the scheme of service and establishing the NIPR to be a professional body in the country. This is another step to hire something that will really shape the future of the incoming generation that will embark on that profession.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Adeleye. It is on that note that we are going to end this discussion on the topic building an enabling environment for success. It's been a wonderful session. I want to thank Mr. Adeola, Adebola, public analyst, and also a director, assistant director in the Federal Character Commission. You've been wonderful. Your narrative has been very compelling and visionary too. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
For the last 2 weeks.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I hope in the next future you'll be with us.
Definitely, I'll come.
Dr. Adeleye, you are a regular face. We want to thank you still for being with us. Well, until next week, I'm Akin Kudero, your anchor. Stay tuned with us for another brand new topic that will grow Nigeria, that will grow individuals. It is our responsibility. Don't leave it for others. Thank you. God bless you all.